I'm still healing, obviously. My emotions are much calmer, obviously. I've been through hell in the past week and a half, dealing with these parasites, the ones in me and outside me. It has been very hard for me to heal, knowing that all of this is being denied, all of my abuse is being denied, all of the trauma. It makes it very hard when my life story is being called fiction. Like I said, my mom when I left at 16, my mom created a whole character of me. And that's what she portrayed to the world. I didn't do myself any service by being as crazy and fucked up as I was, but now I realize, that was just due to trauma. I knew nothing else. I was living in survival. I was taught how to live in survival. That was my programming, was how to survive. My mom was such an evil abuser that when I moved out at 16 and my aunt threatened, I know what you did, Tina. My mom didn't say a word to me. I believe it was a year and a half that went by, before I had that, my wife got pregnant, or my girlfriend. And like I said, the shame and guilt from her programming was so ingrained in me that I came right to her. And like a proper abuser, a proper tyrant, she accepted me with open arms, all my apologies, and as the years went by and I got more mature and realized that I was realizing, even through my drunkenness, that I wasn't at fault, that there was something weird going on, that Jesus was not coming to save anybody, so I was breaking the programming on my own, even through my drunkenness, and not realizing what I was doing, that I was breaking programming. And I would cut my mom off, and then, like I said, within 2 weeks to 2 months, call her back and apologize. It's all my fault, Mom. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get right with Jesus. Please forgive me. As the years went on and I would cut her off and I would come back to her and I'd be like, Mom, I did do wrong, but, I shouldn't have gone off like that. But, why are you doing this? Why did you do this? Why did you say this about my wife? Why did you come in between this? Why did you do that? Oh, honey, I want the best in Jesus. I just know Jesus. And it was always that. There was never an apology. There was never an admittance of wrongdoing. The closest I ever got with her on that end was, I think it was this, after I cut her off the second to last time. And I was at her house. I was trying to make up with her, and I remember being at her house, and it was just me and her, and I was just being as honest. I mean, the first time ever, just laying out how hurt I was to her, and she wanted to hear nothing of it. And she wanted to end the conversation with, "Oh, Richard, I think we should just admit we both did wrong." And that was the last and only time I was able to even address any kind of abuse by her from my childhood. She has denied me my story. She has denied me an apology. My mom is an evil, manipulative liar. She is a tyrant. And for those who think otherwise, ask my sister Kristen. Oh, you guys have a lot of shit to say about my sister Kristen too, don't you? You know, my sister Kristen had one of the biggest hearts out of anybody I've ever met in my life. But I was so fucked up from my programming and drunkenness, I didn't even realize it till it was too fucking late. You know, when I used to drop my son off there, my son talks to me now and he's like, "Dad," he's like, "I was afraid of Hannah." He's like, "I was scared to death. She was so manipulative and would lie and do whatever she could to grandma he said it was unreal. He was scared of her. He said Kristen was always so sweet and so nice." This is sad, guys. This is what these manipulative narcissists do to good people. They crush them. They call them drug addicts. They write them off while they abuse the fuck out of them. It's disgusting. This is all out in the open. You guys will be held accountable for not facing this, for denying it. I'm not sure where healing goes from here. Because honestly, I am very upset. I'm extremely upset. I'm upset that I allowed myself to be fooled for so long. I'm upset that I didn't recognize how deep, pervasive, manipulative, illusory, toxic, and poisonous staying in contact with these people were. I allowed through my own ignorance, my son to be abused, my daughter to be abused. I am making things right. And I will continue to make them right. And the way I'll do that is I am not going to tell a lie. I refuse to tell a lie. I've had enough of them. That's the only way any of this exists, is by people telling lies. The truth's going to win out in the end. From what I read on these forums of people who have suffered the kind of abuse that I have and my children have, and are in these kind of toxic, extremely toxic families, these families die without ever receiving an apology or an acknowledgement of the truth. So I'm not expecting it. I was before, prior, maybe even prior to today. But after today, I'm not expecting it anymore. I think I'm saying my piece. I see how chaotic and fake you guys' lives are, based around a fake entity called Jesus, based around false narratives made by these women who raised you. I'm realizing how powerful we are, but I'm in a weird spot because I haven't healed all the way, so I still have attachments to this 3D, and I still, at times, see my billionaire aunt and my extremely toxic family as being very powerful when they aren't. These people are literally living their lives on a foundation made of sand. And as soon as one card crumbles, the rest of the house is coming tumbling down. That's why it's so dangerous for you guys to fucking face this shit. Because as soon as you do, this whole fucking house of cards is coming flying down. It's gonna wreck your whole fucking world. Healing isn't easy, but I take this any day over going back to being a drunken fucking fool that was living a complete lie. And as I detach more and more from this 3D, I'm realizing more and more how powerful we actually are.